The United States Navy lost 2 aircraft in less than an hour in the South China Sea. An MHC Hawk helicopter and a Super Hornet fighter jet crashed into the sea during separate operations from the aircraft carrier United States ship Nimitz. The 5 crew members were rescued alive, but the incident raised a global alert about operational failures in areas of geopolitical tension. While the Americans investigate the causes of the crashes, the Chinese government offered help to recover the aircraft and noted that the real issue is the United States' military presence in the region. The South China Sea dispute isn't new, but recent incidents highlight the risk of global escalation between the 2 armed powers to the teeth. Welcome to Life in the Barracks. President Donald Trump described the accidents as very unusual and suggested that fuel may have been the determining factor in the crashes. The statement unsettled military personnel who refrained from assigning causes before official investigations conclude. These incidents are happening at the exact moment when Venezuela, under the command of Nicolas Maduro, is facing a military and diplomatic siege led by the United States Southern Command. At the same time, an incident in the South China Sea further aggravates the geopolitical scenario, requiring the United States to divide its attention and resources between 2 highly sensitive strategic fronts. This operational overload highlights the difficulties faced by Washington in maintaining simultaneous pressure on authoritarian regimes in different regions of the world, while trying to contain the military and political advances of its global adversaries. The crash of the 2 aircraft in the South China Sea exposed a vulnerability that goes far beyond technical failure. Both the Seahawk helicopter and the Super Hornet fighter jet are high-value strategic assets, featuring cutting-edge technology and playing critical roles in reconnaissance, attack, and defense operations. Each unit represents tens of millions of dollars in investment, not to mention the human and logistical costs involved in their operation. Even with vast resources available, the United States Navy faces the challenge of keeping its fleet operational on multiple fronts. The Indo-Pacific, the Red Sea, the Caribbean Sea, the Persian Gulf, and the North Atlantic are just some of the arenas where Washington needs to be present. This dispersion needs modern equipment, coordination, maintenance, and real-time intelligence. Tension with China intensifies every day, especially around Taiwan. Beijing considers the island a non-negotiable part of its territory, while the United States maintains military and diplomatic support for the Taiwanese government. The presence of American aircraft carriers in the region is seen as a direct provocation, and any incident could be interpreted as an escalation. The presence of The crash of the aircraft occurred during routine operations, which raises questions about the readiness of the forces involved. The helicopter crashed at 2:45 p.m., followed by the fighter jet, which crashed half an hour later. Both were operating from the United States ship Nimitz, one of the largest and most advanced aircraft carriers in the world. The causes are still under investigation, but the fact that 2 accidents occurred in sequence is a cause for concern. The South China Sea is now one of the most contested areas on the planet. China has built artificial islands, installed missiles, and expanded its navy. The United States in turn conducts regular patrols, arguing that they are ensuring freedom of navigation. This dynamic fosters ongoing friction, making any mistake open to political exploitation. Meridional airplanes of the planet. The rescue was swift and efficient, saving all crew members in stable condition. But the North American Navy's image was already damaged. China took advantage of the situation to reinforce its narrative that the foreign military presence is the real threat to regional stability. Maintaining global military fronts needs more than funding. It demands precision, discipline, and responsiveness. Operational overload can lead to mistakes, and mistakes in conflict zones have unpredictable consequences. The loss of aircraft in contested areas shows military power isn't infallible. The United States ship Nimitz is a floating fortress, but even fortresses have weaknesses. The series of accidents raises questions about training, maintenance, and logistics. China closely watches all United States actions in the region. Satellites, drones, and spy ships track the operations with pinpoint accuracy. Any failure is recorded, analyzed, and used as an argument in international forums. The narrative battle is as fierce as the fight over equipment. Despite the aircraft crashes in the South China Sea, the United States Armed Forces remain the most operational and strategically distributed on the planet. With an active presence on every continent, advanced bases, naval fleets on constant patrol, and rapid response units, the American projection capability remains unmatched. Its deterrent force is unparalleled, sustained by cutting-edge technology, global alliances, and a logistical apparatus that allows mobilization in any conflict scenario, reasserting its dominance as the leading military power during instability. Here at Life in the Barracks, you stay up to date with everything happening in the military world. Leave your like, subscribe, and watch one of the videos appearing on your screen. Forward combatants, see you next time.